Hey guys, what's up? It's munclesonkey and welcome to a new video. Today there was a new update that came out which is related to clue scrolls, changing up some of the rewards as well as changing up a few new puzzles, a few new people to talk to, a few different clue scroll paths that you can go down, which is going to mix it up for people that are already experienced clue scrollers as well. So the first thing I do have to say before we actually get into the video is within the couple hours of release, a few of the clue scroll locations are buggy and cannot be completed. However, this is going to be finished soon, so if you got your clue scroll, you took a while to get it and you don't necessarily want to drop it but you can't complete it, that is going to be fixed. So I'd recommend just to hold on to it and wait a little bit. Prices of the new items aren't going to probably crash too much because, as I've been hearing, they are extremely rare, but there are some new rewards for the clue scrolls, including some dyes that you can put on level 90 weapons and armor, which also makes the level 90 armor repairable, which is really nice, as well as this stuff is very rare, so it's most likely going to be expensive, most likely not going to be for your average everyday player. Unfortunately, I was kind of looking forward to picking up some of that dye, but that's not going to be the case unless the dye drops a lot in price. But making that tier 90 armor repairable would be awesome, so I'm hoping that eventually does be the case. So I wound up completing an elite clue scroll myself. Luckily, I did not have any of the bugged spots, and the elite clue scroll was okay. I got several of these puzzle things, which I'm really horrible at, so admittedly, the elite clue scroll took me almost an hour to complete. I am not a very experienced clue scroller. It's been a couple years since the last time I did one, and you can get elite clue scrolls if you have any Triskelion keys saved up. Just remember that if you are looking to participate in this update, Triskelion keys can give you elites quite easily because you'll get one for every single Triskelion key that you use. And I had almost 8 Triskelion keys saved up in my bank, so I just thought, hey, why not? We're going to give this a shot and see how it goes. One thing I personally was really hoping for in the clue scroll update was maybe some of the puzzles will be changed, updated, made to look a lot nicer, made a little bit less clunky with the interfaces. Unfortunately, this turns out like it's not the case. We still just have the slider puzzles for the typical hard, easy, and medium clues, and then as well as the Celtic knot puzzles for the elite clues, but maybe we'll get one eventually sometime in the future. But overall, elite clues, you're still going to have the 5 major things where you have to go talk to someone, you have to go to a place with an X and dig, you have to scan, you have to do a Celtic knot, or you have to do a slider puzzle, and that's typically what you're going to run into, and the only things that I ran into during this particular clue. The regular rewards from clues, if you don't get a really great item, have been changed up a little bit as well. They're not going to be to the point where they're absolutely amazing and completely worth doing every single clue you get. Unfortunately, you can still get those clues where you do an elite and it's like, oh, 150k, well, that was a waste of time. That still is going to happen, but it's going to be a rarer chance of it, as you will be getting some a little bit more lucrative drops a little bit more often, which is very, very nice because it got to the point where clues just weren't worth doing at all unless you got a really good item, so you had to get lucky to make clue scrolls worth doing. Now there's slightly less chance for that. You can still make a good few 100k from even some of the hards or the elites even without a good clue item, so that's really nice to see. So going into the rewards, other than the new dyes, which are probably the main hype thing that most people are excited about, you can additionally get effigies from clues now, you can get bonus XP stars from clues now, and there's also a reroll reward option on the clue scrolls, but you have to complete 3 clues and then you get a reroll, and then you have to do 3 clues again to get an additional reroll, so unfortunately you just can't do it forever. But that was a pretty decent clue. I got 540k out of that, even though there wasn't any decent clue items, and I'm not sure if it was counting the biscuits as the GE price because that seemed a little bit high because obviously biscuits are untradeable. And here is a screenshot of the full amount of the new clue scroll rewards, at least the full highlights of them. So there are some new cosmetic things as well. The clue skipping ticket sounds very, very interesting. If that allowed you to skip slider puzzles, I might be interested in that personally, depending on how expensive they are. If they're a really common item and you can buy them for really cheap and you can skip slider puzzles with them, I might actually consider doing some hard clue scrolls, and that would be fun. So I'm hoping that's the case, but you can also get the suitcase and the briefcase, which sound interesting, as well as a couple capes. Unfortunately, most of the new cosmetic rewards are extremely rare, so it's very, very unlikely that you will get one from a clue scroll yourself. However, if you do, they can be worth hundreds and hundreds of mil, especially just after they came out when they're still new and exciting. So if you manage to luck out on a clue scroll, you can make absolute bank. I wish all of you good luck on your new clue scrolls and have fun clue scroll hunting. And the final thing that I hinted at earlier that the patch notes are going to be kind of exciting is the Motherlode Maw is now more likely to give potion recipes, and the meleeer title requirement is only 50 Harmony Moss now instead of 200, which was a little bit ridiculous because that was quite the grind. So everyone that's going for that Completionist Cape should rejoice over this. That made the Completionist Cape significantly easier, as well as there are now Beast of Burden summoning presets inside your bank preset interface, and that's thanks to a Ninja update. So all of these are just convenience updates, but they are also extremely helpful. So that's about it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you tomorrow with the next one, and farewell.